Okay, leaving the family cabin, Packwood, 9 a.m. Saturday morning. Going to do the WABDR, section 1 only. Let's see how this works out. Ooh, maybe should have wore my jacket. Should put my jacket on. Stop down here at the store and do that. Trying out a new Zoleo satellite communicator. Figure since I'm going solo on this trip, it's a little cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stop and put my jacket on. Okay, take 2. So, I'm not sure how much of the previous clip of me leaving the cabin recorded. I about lost my GoPro for some reason. Slid off my helmet, but I caught it. Anyway, I'll just start over from here. Leaving Packwood, doing section 1, solo. Couldn't get any line up any friends to go with me. Last week we did sections 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but we didn't do section 1. We started out here family cabin in Packwood and headed north to section 2. We've done section 1. It's a lot of fun, beautiful. Unlike the other sections, just anybody can do it. Just about any vehicle. You don't need a big 4x4 to do it. It's a spectacular drive, I'll tell you that. If you're looking just to get out, find a place to camp, see nature, I would highly, highly recommend section 1. A lot of remote forest, tons of campgrounds, tons of lakes, tons of remote camping, meadows, you name it. Just a really scenic drive. So we're kind of doing section 1 backwards. We're starting in Packwood, kind of end it in Stevenson. I'm not going to go across the Oregon, onto the Oregon side. I'm too cheap to pay the toll on the bridge. I have, how I'm doing it is my wife is taking the truck, bike carrier. She's going to meet me at the Walking Man Brewery in Stevenson. Hopefully I can get some shots of that place. Great little stop. Good food, good beer. That's what I'm going to really look forward after completing this. I started about 9, had to make a 5-minute stop to adjust my gear at the gas station in Packwood. Keep checking my camera. So, I'm not gonna do a ton of video on just forest road driving, because it'll look repetitive. I'm gonna try to find good areas, waterfalls, meadows, just horse camps, campgrounds, things like that you may find interesting if you want to try the WABDR. Section 1, you don't need a motorcycle. I think our turn to the gravel starts right up here, just out of Packwood. Johnson Creek Road 21, Forest Road 21 on the left. In my direction, it's on the left. So I'm going to turn right here, slow down. I'm not going to air down. I'm not going to air down. I'm trying to get used to the gravel this morning. The first part is going to climb. It's going to be a lot of these washboards. They re-graveled Forest Road 21 last summer right before I did the section 1 last summer. They re-graveled it and it was deep. It's not quite as deep this summer. I'm not exactly in a giant hurry. My wife's going to meet me down in Stevenson around 1:30 with the truck. We're going to load the bike up, hang out in Stevenson for a little bit. We get over a little bit. Kind of washboards up through these switchbacks. So I'm just kind of taking it easy until I get my legs underneath me this morning. I re-geared the bike, so I'm running a 41 tooth rear sprocket. I dropped it down. I was running a 44 last week when I did the WABDR. I realized driving it home from Nighthawk, the Canadian border, probably could have used a 41 on the rear for more top speed. So this is Forest Road 21, pretty popular, road. A lot of popular hikes up here. I am doing this solo, so I'm testing out a new satellite communicator called a Zoleo. I got it all set up last night. Hopefully I got it set up on my wife's phone where she can track me and see where I'm at. We tested it. It seemed to work. I got it running right now. Checks in with her, shows her where I'm on the map. I got it set to like every 30 minutes. It'll send her a breadcrumb where I'm at on a map. So yeah, if you want to get out and explore nature and you think you need a 4x4 or lifted truck, or as you can see, it's a Forest Road 21 is a very smooth gravel. Well, besides the washboards right here, it's a fairly smooth gravel road. So yeah, we did the whole BDR last week, minus section 1. So, but we've done, like I said, we've done section 1 before, just playing around. We've done parts of section 1s and ridden around a lot out here. There's tons of places to explore off the route. So one thing I need to be aware of, doing the BDR last week and coming home on the pavement, my rear tire, I'm running a Pirelli Rallycross front and rear. My rear tire is my knobbies are getting quite low in the middle, which is expected. Put 900 miles on it last week with, a good chunk of pavement riding on the way home, which, knobbies don't like pavement. They tend to wear down fast on pavement. But that's the price you pay if you want traction. Since I'm by myself, I'm not going to get crazy. But I do have the Zoleo set up with SOS, but honestly, I don't want to test it out. Rather just have an uneventful ride. Packed pretty light, got some snacks, water, toolkit, spare tube pump, basic stuff, patch kit, and backup GPS, phone. I did get my charging USB cable replaced thanks to Ellensburg Power Sports. They had one in stock last week when we rolled into Ellensburg finishing section 2. Quite easy, took me 5 minutes to replace it. I'm only 9 miles in right now. Route's roughly 120-ish miles. So after this ride, I think I'm going to order a new rear tire. I really like the rally crosses. They hook up nice. They bite pretty good. I mean, this one still bites on the gravel. Maybe not quite as good as it did. It's still got good side knobbies. But unfortunately, my normal crew, everybody had life things going on. So I'm like, hey, you know, my wife was like, yeah, let's go to Stevenson. I was like, you want to pick me up in Stevenson? We can go down there, have lunch, bring the dogs, have a beer, maybe stop at Mount St. Helens on the way back to Packwood. So that's kind of the plan right now. I have a really full tank of gas. I need to burn like a couple inches out of this tank. So I filled it up just a hair too much. On my previous video, you could see where we did fake Baby Head Hill. We all had problems because we did that. We covered our vents on our caps. We filled our tanks too high down in Nile. And we were having vapor issues because the cap couldn't vent, because the venting part was under gasoline, liquid gasoline, so, which we weren't thinking too clearly at that point when we were filling up. We just wanted to get as much fuel in our tanks. But now we all like realize, okay, we gotta stop putting gas in when it gets to a certain point, so our cap will vent. Anyway, I'm just rambling right now because I'm by myself with my thoughts. Yeah, several hours of me rambling. Like I said, I'll try to get some shots of. Gravel's really loose. Of cool. Yeah, I'm all sliding around. Try to get some shots of some interesting places out here that you may want to visit when I come across them. There's horse camps. Woo. There's remote camping. There's tons of campgrounds if camping in a campground's your thing. So really, just get like some topo maps or some green forest maps. If you want to go camping and do some mountain biking or hiking or fishing, there's ample amounts of that out here. Man, riding solo. make fun of except myself. No one. I need to find some more riders. It's hard to find new riders. I don't know why. Everyone clicks up and they get comfortable with who they ride with, and, which I get. I do the same thing. Alright, let's get out of it. The washboard is just killing me. That's the one thing about Forest Road 21. It is a really high traffic area. Oh, see? Would be a lot of famous hikes out here. The PCT goes through a bunch of this out here. I think the WABDR, this section, crosses it a couple times, I believe. I know it at least once. I think twice. It crosses the Pacific Crest Trail. So you see hikers and interesting thing, last summer when I did section 1 with my friends, a lot of bicycle mountain bikers out here. I'm trying to stay to the right, but it's really washboardy. I caught a car. I'm gonna need his dust. Maybe he'll see me and let me by. Oh, he's gonna, well, I don't know if he's just avoiding bumps or I think he's avoiding bumps. He's on the inside, which is very European of him. It's that low knobby rear tire. Like the DRZ for doing stuff like this. Yeah, there's a lot newer bikes. But man, the DRZ 400 is, I think, a good bike for doing this. I rode a DR 650, didn't really care for it too much. It's a lot heavier, a little more cumbersome, not as agile. Suspension's super doggy on those things. The suspension on the DRZ is way better, stock for stock. I mean, I can cruise over just about anything on the DRZ. Eventually would like to get something a little bit more modern with fuel injection. We'll slow down. Like a KTM 890. Looks really cool. A lot of people have been really talking about Nord 901, a Husky bike. I don't think I would sell a DRZ. I mean, I can do a BDR as fast as I want or as slow as I want on a DRZ 400. The only weak spot is long highway miles. If I wanted to do the Idaho BDR, I mean, I could do it. So I'd change the gearing. It's, with knobbies, which I could put more of a 50-50 tire on here. Better gas mileage and smoother highway ride, but that's just not me. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna get a different bike. A lot of people talking about the Norden. I really like that. I was when we we finished section 3, Ellensburg to Kashmir. We stopped at Wenatchee Power Sports. It's in one of my previous videos. I really like that KTM 890 Adventure R. Kind of has a good blend between street and dirt. It's not full on giant adventure bike, but it, you know, it's definitely not super small. It's not super big either. We passed 4 total riders on the whole WABDR last week. And I was quite surprised. I thought I would meet a bunch of people. I didn't see... I passed 2 guys riding, coming out of Kashmir, heading south towards Ellensburg. And I stopped and talked to 2 guys coming out of Conconuli. They were asking me about the route. We had a good little conversation. So, okay, so this is a little river. I don't exactly know the name of it. Coming out of the mountains. Good place to fish. Oh, someone's down there camping. See? Just so, well, multiple people in there camping. I guess it's maybe more of a popular spot than I realized. Alright, so my turn. There's another camping spot. Another camping spot. See, there's just tons of places that you can just pull off. They're not campgrounds. You just pull off and throw your tent. Trail there. I'm gonna have to check that out. That looks kind of, I don't know if that's a hiking trail. Oh, here's my road. Alright. So there was we got off Forest Road 21 and we jumped on a little paved road for a mile or so. Now we're back on gravel. So kind of hoping to meet some other WABDR riders. That'd be cool. There's stuff back in there. You could just, there's all national forest. Well, get over. I'm gonna get hit by a raptor. Okay. Turn my... my spotlight on. Got my spotlights on. I can't see anything. He said he was there's a spot there. I mean, just beautiful area if you wanted to get away and do some camping or just get out of just try something different. Okay, this is the Horseshoe Lake. This is what I want right here. Yeah, I mean, could go that way. There is going to be a lot of traffic on, and I am in some deep gravel over here. I'm squirming all around here. I'm sitting down. I see somebody on a bicycle. Looks like a bicycle tire track there. It's surprising how many people ride their bicycles, their mountain bikes and stuff up in here. I'm trying to, I've got the new Zoleo, which I said I don't want to test out, but I have it. I'm riding solo. One of the big reasons I got it was I was watching a video of some guys doing the WABDR a couple weeks ago, and I think they had just started. They were heading from the Canadian border south, and they got into, I believe, section 5 south of Concanelli, and one of them crashed, hit a deep rut, and took his front tire out, and he broke his leg pretty badly. The guy posted pictures of his x-ray, and yeah, they had to put a metal rod in and some screws. Basically, his shin broke it in a couple places, which that kind of sucked. But it was a good wake-up call for me. I'm out doing stuff like this. So I was gonna buy an InReach Mini 2. One of my riding buddies just got that. But I looked into this. I started doing some reviews on satellite communicators, and the Zoleo kept popping up, and it was half the price of the Garmin Mini 2. It's $200. By the time everything's said and done, you know, $20 activation fee and the plan and all that, you're getting close to $300. I just have the basic plan, but I have the unlimited check-ins and location share option as well. I get 25 texts a month, which I probably burned a couple of them just playing with it last night, testing it out, making sure it worked. Oh, I said I was going to show you interesting stuff like that. Beautiful little waterfall. It's just stuff like this everywhere out here. It's just a beautiful backcountry ride or car ride. It's still pretty chilly out here. Got a little washout here. Okay, we have our first wildlife spotting. Looks like I got a black-tailed deer right here, a female. Usually when there's one, there's babies with her. Let's see if there's more than one. Usually she'll stop in the road, and the babies will be either on that side or behind her. Is there babies back there? Oh, maybe she's alone. Oh, there she's looking back at me. I bet she does have babies in there somewhere. Oh, okay. Slowly warming up. I really need it to warm up a little bit. More random. That's a cool campsite there. Still en route, yeah. That meadow. Well, pay attention. Trying to show you the meadow. It's kind of hard to see, but it opens up in there. Very pretty. Okay, this is a cool meadow here. I'm gonna stop for a minute. I'm gonna find some sun to warm up. Look at that. So find a sunny spot to pull off. It's warming up, but slowly. This looks. Well, it's not really sunny, but I'll get off the bike for a minute. Show you guys this. It's just a cool little meadow. There we go. Warm my hand hands up for a second. Well, I wasn't there last summer when I came through. Just a really beautiful, you just come across stuff like this. Okay, well there it is. It's on the way to Takalaka Lake. Beautiful meadow. So I pulled off the road here in the sun. Finally, it's getting warm. My hands are thawing out. It's just a little pull off. See Mount Adams. I believe that's Mount Adams. Poking through the trees up there. Just had to change my GoPro battery. Some little road right here. I just popped off the road in a sunny spot. Yeah. Middles are, I got plenty of sides, which is good for going around these gravelly roads. But the middles are really taking a beating. The front's good. Front's a lot better. Probably get two fronts, or probably one front will last me 2 rears. So probably need to order a new rear. It's a shame because I got plenty of tread on the outsides. But anyway, just a quick break to change the battery, warm my hands. Finally, it's warming up. And we'll do some more videoing. Alright, so here's an interesting view. Mount Adams right in front of me. We're getting deep, so I figured I'd turn the camera back on and see what we can see through this section here. I am 60 miles in. I'm on track to be done by hopefully around 1:30. That's what I'm thinking. I should roll into Stevenson. Let's see this view. Look at that. Man, wow. That is amazing. Makes you feel small out here all by yourself looking at stuff like that. So just a bunch of winding forest gravel roads. Just trying to not get too crazy. It's finally warmed up. Still have my jacket on. Like to haven't made any wrong turns yet, which is good. I usually make several, not paying attention. Not much traffic way back in here. Man, just had to stop and take a look at this river just out in the middle of nowhere. Came upon this bridge. Just real pretty. You can, back here, you can see where people have camped and put up tents. I bet you really good fishing in here. You're pretty deep back in here. We are 65 miles back in. Okay, on we go. Okay, I decided to turn the camera back on. I was coming up this road, and it's pretty rocky. So, I figured something interesting to video. Well, watch it turn smooth now that I turned the camera on. smooth. Maybe I did the whole climb. Let's see how much. Oh, where am I at? Hold on. Hold on. I'm not on the BDR anymore. I don't know where the hell I'm at. Let me zoom. Oh, well, maybe I am on the BDR. I just had the map zoomed in too much. Okay, well, let's go keep going and see what happens. I guess I'm on the BDR. Any other wildlife than that one deer earlier. No signs of Bigfoot. Haha. I love the DRZ. Well, I don't know. I really wish Suzuki would update this machine into a little bit more modern bike. I'd probably buy it. Fuel injection, another 6 gear. Maybe a little bit fancier suspension. Suspension's pretty good for as old as it is. It works pretty damn good, believe it or not. Bicycle tracks. There's a bicyclist up here pedaling. Got a tow rope. Yep. Still on the route. Okay, I'm still on the correct path here. Feel the rear end kick out. And it catches the deeper, less worn down knobs. Well, that's what happens when you ride long stretches of highway pavement. 65. Oh. Man, I just really want to meet some other BDR riders. It's not in the cards this summer. Maybe. Try a KTM 890 on this. And I think I'm going to order a new rear tire for when I get home after the trip. I don't know if I should. I really like the Rally Sports. Really good tire, the Pirellis. I should try something different. I've tried the D606. Good tire. Nothing wrong with that. Probably a little bit more longevity than Rally Sports. I know Motaz has got some good tires. Let's see. Which way do I go? I think to the right. Right? Oh, hold on, I can't really tell here. Let's go up here. Yeah, I think it's to the... This is the right road. Alright. Well, I don't know if there's really much. Well, this could be an interesting road. We'll leave it on for a few more minutes. Just want to make sure I have. Oh, yeah. This is why I like the DRZ. I'm floating over these giant, chunky pothole. Bam, see? Like, I'm probably around 40. Like, here's a deep one. Just place after place you could camp just in the middle of nowhere. These aren't campgrounds, just random. It looks like single track. There's just all kinds of hidden gems out here. I found this really it's kind of hard to. I saw it on one of the last trips we did. There's this giant meadow in here. It's really big. You can see it on the Onyx. It goes way up that way and off that way. I don't know. I mean, I saw a couple trails into it. I'll try to get a better view of it. Let's see if there's somewhere along here that maybe we'll get off the bike and walk in there. If I can find a access point here. There's got to be one. Hold on here. I mean, I guess I could just walk in anywhere. Oh well, this looks as good as any. Let me just get off here. Oh, there's an actual trail in there. Let's take a peek. Okay. Wow. Well, that's definitely cool. Imagine throwing your tent in there somewhere and camping out. You probably just have to contend with the wildlife, like bears. Bears tend to like meadows. Okay, well, told you I'd turn the camera back on if I found something cool. It's near Trout Lake. It's along the WABDR path, so you'll have to come find it. Find that sign right there, and a meadow that looks like that, and then you found it. Alright. Alright. Coming up on another viewpoint. I'm on a remote road here. Ah, look at that. Right here. Check that out. Look at that. Mount Adams. Wow. Now that's a view right there. Alright. Well, let's go up this road's been probably the roughest road I've been on this section 1. Let's go up it a little bit more and see what it's got in store for us. It's pretty gravelly. There's some deep gravel in places. It's like they graveled it this year. You know, it's not in bad shape, but there's some sections that were, tell it's the road less traveled. I haven't seen another bike. Like the sides are growing in. So if you want to improve your gravel road skills, do section 1. If you don't feel like you can do section 1, do not try the other sections. This is by far the easiest. Am I on the trail? Let me check my map. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. Alright, now this might be a little challenging. I mean, a car could do this. It's pretty... It depends on how much you like your car, I suppose. Alright. This is a little more like the other sections, a little more technical, not too bad. Some chunky rocks in there. Ooh. It's laying at a weird angle there. That by far was the most technical of section 1, which wasn't that bad. But again, if you want to improve your gravel riding skills, this is definitely the section to do it. I would, you know, if you're new to off-road, section 1 would probably be the one to try. I would tell you to take a day with your buddies or hit me up. I like doing it. And do section 1. Improve your gravel skills. Your gravel riding skills. There's some potholes. Okay, so this little section is probably the roughest of the whole section 1 BDR. Moment. Ooh, there's a jump. I'm going to check my map. Let me get in the shade where I can actually see my map. Hold on. No, I'm off course. See? First time off course. I was supposed to take a right turn at Albuquerque back there. But this is definitely a cool road. Let's turn this thing around. I'm in a hole here. Whoa, almost dropped her. I'm in like a deep hole. Alright. I'm on my short legs. Almost had to jump off the bike. Alright, somehow I took a wrong turn. Was it back there? Is this that intersection where I thought I was supposed to take a left? Yeah, this is it. For some reason I thought yeah. There we go. Back on the BDR. Okay, another interesting little section here. This is the pull off. That looks like Mount Hood. Mount Hood is, don't get me wrong, but I think that's Mount Hood. Mount Hood was very pointy, and so this is a little pull off. Probably can't really tell here. That I see on a lot of BDR. I watch a lot of BDR videos. I like watching motorcycle stuff. And I see a lot of guys pull off right here. So I figured I'd do the same. It's a great pull off. Great little spot. So anyway, I'll go down. This road's been pretty gnarly, I have to say. Yeah, I would say section 2 is the rockiest. Section 1, summed up, would be the most gravel road. Section 2 would be, you know, you got all your technical climbs and Baby Head Hill and all that jazz. Big rocks, rockiest. Seems like Section 3 and 4 are the most silty, sandy. So you get a little bit of that in there. Was it coming out of the Innie out there? What is that? North of Kashmir? North of Ardenvar? I think that's Section 4. There's a place in there called the Jungle, and there's a bypass for a reason. So hint, hint. Unless you're a thrill seeker, take the bypass. Or excuse, well, did I get that backwards? Unless you're a thrill seeker, take the Jungle. If not, take the bypass. That's what I meant to say. Look at that. This is about 90 miles in, and this is getting close to the end of the dirt. Well, this is the road. This comes out to a paved section, but it's really fun through here. This is one reason I like the DRZ so much, is there's some deep holes in here, boy, and you can really have some fun. And there's some tank traps in here. There was 2 or 3 of them back there. So I guess I have to recant on that, what I said about taking at least this one section for the last 20 miles or so has been pretty rough. I don't think I'd take a low ground clearance car in here. But, you know, if you had a truck, I guess Subaru might be able to do it. Oh, tank trap. And this is why I love the DRZ. Bam! It just eats these bumps up. Big ass bumps. Look at this. Holy shit. Holy shit. I cleared that. Let's go back and look at that. Holy crap. That wasn't there last year. It knocked my GoPro off my helmet. That's why I'm holding it. Caught it. Alright, let me put it back on. Let's go look at that frickin' thing I just jumped. I gotta see this. I caught it like at the last second. I gotta see this. See, I mean, that could have been, look at that. Imagine if my front tire would have caught that. I'm glad I cleared it. Alright, let's turn around. I came right through there. Alright, no more hot dogging. This is a really, really just crappy enough road where it's super fun. At least it was last year. Like, just a good example how the DRZ can eat this crap up. Like, look at these holes. Wow. That's like 4 foot. Well, it seemed like 4 foot, maybe 3 foot. Here's another one, 2 foot. Gonna kind of take it easy and maybe make sure there's nothing weird, no giant holes like that thing I jumped back there. This is a fun road, but it is just torn to pieces. If you were doing it in a car, I'd probably I'd look at the map and try to find a way around this little section here. Look at how deep these holes are, frick. If you're in a low clearance car. This is just right. I don't think I'm too far from Carson, where the pavement starts. Coming into the town of Stevenson. It's got a, can't quite remember which street it is to the brewery. I think it's the next street. I think it's not this one. Oh, maybe it was that one. Take a left on the next street. Wow, this place is bumping. I think I passed it up. I'll have to... Oh, I should have taken it. One way. There it is. Walking Man Brewing. I'll go down here. See if I can find my wife. Not looking good. Hey, hold on 1 second. I'm getting my helmet off. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm at the brewery. I just got here. Where you at?
I see you. I'm down the street, Packwood WA.
Okay. Where?
Like, down the street.
Oh, you're way down there. Okay. Let's see if we can bring Dagan in. All right. I'll see you in a second.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.